Hey folks, Brian Blessing with you in Las Vegas, and here we go. Week 15 of the NFL. We've got a monster slate of games, elimination games for a lot of teams. Really going to start formulating the postseason picture here in these final 3 weeks. Let's focus on some of the big games. From a wagering perspective, we see the impact with the Cam Newton injury, with the car accident. Anderson is the quarterback. They were a 5.5-point favorite after throttling New Orleans last week. That number's come all the way down to 3, and the totals dropped a little bit. The Cincy-Cleveland game, is Johnny Manziel all of a sudden, it's not the public team, it's the public guy? Cincinnati was a slight favorite early in the week, down to pick. Now the money comes in on Cleveland. Cleveland won in some places. Pittsburgh and Atlanta. Last thing we saw, Atlanta, big rally, tons of points, but the defense just no good. But they are at home. And how about what Bell has done? And the Steelers, in the beginning of the year, it was Roethlisberger to Brown. Now it's Bell left, Bell right, and no one can stop him. The total in that game has gone up and is already a high total. Denver, San Diego. Listen, you got San Diego's backs against the wall, a division foe, a home dog. Last week, the Bills did really good work against Peyton Manning, but the Broncos still found a way to win that football game. That will be an interesting game, and Rivers in the month of December has been just phenomenal. Jets and Tennessee, a little money on the Jets. You believe this? That they are a 1-point favorite up to 2, starting to rise a little bit. Chris Johnson going against his old mates. The San Fran-Seattle game. At the beginning of the year, could you have envisioned Seattle catching 10 points from anybody? Albeit it's their division foe. First game was 19-3. Niners offense is a mess. It's just unbelievably bad. But that defense has some pride. That will be a physical, hard-fought game. Seattle laying a lot of points, but they are peaking at the right time. And believe me, Seattle will be watching the scoreboard before they go on the field. They're going to be rooting for Buffalo against Green Bay, and they know Arizona getting that win. They've earlier in the week on a Thursday night, getting the win at St. Louis. They've got to win because they catch Arizona next week. Dallas and Philly, interesting Sunday night game. Understandably so. Big game in the NFC West. This number has come down Dallas's way. Now, Thanksgiving Day, Philly destroyed Dallas, but go inside the game. Tony Romo, still kind of a beat-up football player. He's getting healthier, and the offense, albeit it was against the Bears, looked really good last week. And a little extra time to prepare for the Cowboys will not hurt the cause. And Sanchez and that offense for the Eagles last week could get nothing accomplished against the Seattle Seahawks. Such an interesting Sunday. I don't know about Monday night, New Orleans and Chicago. How bad is it for the Bears? When New Orleans loses last week 41-10, and the money's come in on the Saints, knocked that game up to New Orleans -3. Of course, we've got NBA and NHL action for your college hoops, but the focal point, especially now at this time of the year, late in the season, games in week 1 mean as much as they do in weeks 15, 16, and 17. But in reality, they're magnified so much more because the end prize is right there. This is going to be a fun day. Plenty of opportunities. Oddsworthbetting.com. The guys do a great job. They dissect the menu, and they'll come up with the featured pick of the day for you. We invite you to check out the featured pick of the day from oddsworthbetting.com. It's coming to you right below this video. I'm Brian Blessing in Las Vegas. Right back with you in this space tomorrow. We'll go into that New Orleans-Chicago game a little bit more and then talk about what's coming up. A little recap and what's coming up in another very busy week from Las Vegas.